KISEREM Foundation is a community-based organization that deals with matters epilepsy and supports persons with the condition as well.
I'm a father of 2 kids and a wife, and I'm running an organization called KISEREM Epilepsy Foundation that was registered in 2017. Nilizaliwa Nairobi, nikaenda shule Moyaveni Primary, iko Tao. Then high school, in high school I went to Western. Then after high school I went to college in Nairobi. Then I could say I was born in Kangemi, then we moved in Githurai. So I've stayed in Githurai for quite some time. And having been in Githurai, it shaped my life because most of my friends were working in Iraq, and I decided to go to Iraq to do pastry work in Iraq. So I could say my friends shaped my thinking. My mom was a beautician, then my dad was in the military. So I will say that my upbringing was the best. I was inspired to start this foundation because in 2011 I went to Iraq to work as a pastry chef. And in 2012 I was diagnosed with epilepsy. So what happened, I started having seizures at night. So I never knew what was happening to me until a friend of mine from Uganda told me, because I was sleeping, he told me, this is kifafa. So I was like, kifafa? Where? Which aunt of mine is following me in Iraq? So it was a bit traumatizing because he told me this is epilepsy. I said, no, where can I get epilepsy? I am old. I never had it. Nobody in my family has epilepsy. We never had any history. So I came home after 2 months, went to the hospital, and I was diagnosed with epilepsy. So I went still back to Iraq. I went and worked another, I think 2 years. So the temperature there was a bit hot for me. I decided to come back. So the thing that made me open the organization was that while I came home, one day when I was coming from home, I fell down and hurt my arm. I stayed in hospital for 2 weeks. Then after that is whereby I got the conviction of starting an organization here in Kiambu, because here in Kiambu we don't have an epilepsy organization. The only organizations are in Nairobi. So I was looking in the Facebook to see organizations in Kiambu. I never found any place that we could go. So we were only going to Nairobi.
Epilepsy is a disorder in which the nerve cell activity in the brain is disturbed, causing seizures. It may occur due to a genetic disorder or an acquired brain injury, such as trauma or stroke.
They say that if a person has convulsions twice in a year, it could be epilepsy. So causes of epilepsy, number 1 is genetics. Number 2 is if you have a tumor in the brain. Number 3, if when a baby is born, sometimes it takes time before the baby gets out. It's also a cause. The other cause they say is malaria, or maybe cerebral malaria can cause epilepsy. And also there are others that are called unknown factors that cause epilepsy.
I've been here in Miyoko for about 2 weeks now, working with Fred, working with the foundation, and learning as much as I can really, and trying to teach a little bit. Epilepsy in the West, specifically talking from the UK, it's conceived of as a legitimate mental disorder, kind of disorder of the brain, and as such it's treated medically. There are no alternative forms of treatment. If you are diagnosed, you will go to a doctor and you will be treated, and it's generally accepted that outside of that, you are as everybody else is. You're just struggling, perhaps with something going on in your brain, which once you're taking medication will only occur very occasionally. But over here, there's a lot more stigma concerning what's actually going on. Sometimes there's talk of witchcraft. People go to witch doctors if they cannot afford mainstream medicine. So I think that's probably the big divide. It's kind of like the legitimization of it as a mental disorder. And with the legitimization comes destigmatization, because you're not possessed. Something's just going on in your brain that you have no control over, so why should you be treated any differently?
Someone will know they have epilepsy if maybe a person is convulsing every time, and the convulsion takes maybe 5 minutes. If he's convulsing, maybe the first time it goes, then the second time it comes, that can be a problem. So the best thing that you're supposed to do, you're supposed to visit any level 5 hospital or any hospital near you to go and do a diagnosis. It can get very severe because it's not epilepsy that kills, it is the thing after epilepsy. Because one, you can be cooking and the seizure comes, you'll fall in the fire. You could be fetching water and the seizure comes. It's not epilepsy that is the problem, it's the thing that is coming. You can be playing football or you can be driving a car and the seizure comes, you get an accident. With women, when they are facing their menstrual times, they do face it that time. And also triggers of epilepsy, I'll say if I am hungry, I can get a seizure. If I am going in a place where there are flickering lights, I can get a seizure. If I am taking alcohol, I can get a seizure. If I am going to a place where I'm stressed out, if I'm too happy, I can also get a seizure. So you're not supposed to be too happy or too sad. If you yourself, you are living a good life, meaning you're taking your medicines every day, you're not having stress, and also you are working in a good condition, because more than 1 million Kenyans are suffering from epilepsy, number one, and only 20% of us are accessing the anti-epilepsy medicines. So if you have epilepsy and you're not taking medicines, you are likely of having seizures every day. But if you're taking your medicines on time, if the doctor says it's at 9, take it at 9. So if you're taking your medicines constantly, you are not in any danger.
The foundation sources for members through a variety of ways.
The thing that we do, number one, we go to churches and schools to create awareness. Like even today, some of our colleagues are going to schools to create awareness about epilepsy. The other thing that we do, we also go to chiefs barazas to teach them about epilepsy. And at the same time, while we are teaching we are doing the chief barazas, we also have a vocational training center here at the center.
Practical skills such as tailoring, welding, and beauty are among the programs offered.
The first thing that we do here at the KISEREM Foundation, one, we are helping more than 100 people access anti-epilepsy medicines every month. That is the first thing. The second thing that we do, we also help patients to link patients with the doctors. Then the other thing that we do here at our center, we have a beauty program, we have a tailoring program, we have a carpentry program, and recently we started a welding program, and we're doing medical camp in November. We also sponsor kids. We are sponsoring more than 50 kids in high school. We partner with Mwihoko Primary, so they are the ones who tell us, and a lady called Monica Kagoni, she has a YouTube channel called Medha ya Kagoni.
Kwa hii organization nilikuwa tu nimekaa kwa kibanda. Nimekaa tu chini kwa kibanda, naye mama wa huku, mama friend, akakujanga kubai kwa hiyo kibanda. Nikamwambianga madhe, hapa unaonanga shule mnafunzanga hairdressing. Mimi nilisomea Ashley's, nimefanya job tau, si mnipe job. Sasa hivyo ndivyo niliongea na mama Fred, naye mama Fred akakuja kuongea na Fred. Sasa shule ikianza, sasa hapo ndipo nikajipata kwa KISEREM Foundation. Mimi nafunzanga wasichana na pia vijana, na najaribu mingi kuambia msikae kama maisha yenye mimi nilipitia. Juu mimi najua hiyo life ya kupata mtoto mapema, najua venye maisha imekuwa mbaya. So najaribu mingi kuongea na wasichana wangu na wananisikizanga. Na hiyo ingine nakuanga kwa hiyo organization, bado nakuanga kwa field officer. Mimi ndio na Fred ananitumianga, naenda kama kuna mtu mwenye anataka usaidizi, mimi naenda naona kwake, sasa naleta feedback kwa organization. Imenisaidia sana tuseme, juu nimeweza hata kukaa na watu, juu hapa kuna watu tofauti. Nimeweza kukaa na mtu wa epilepsy, singeweza kukaa na yeye kulingana venye ulikuwa unasikia epilepsy ni nini, pengine mtu kwao amelogwa nini. Sasa nimekuja kujua hiyo ni watu kama sisi. So mimi imenisaidia sana nikaweza kukaa na watu.
I love doing metal work and woodwork. It's been fun doing the designing, both in graphics and also on the interiors. And I've been doing that for the last 16 years. And it came about, I met my friend who is sharing with the community, trying to help the community. And so he approached me if he can help at least add skills to the young people around, to empower them. And I saw it was a good idea to share what I have, for them also to have something they can add to their life, they can earn from. And so this is how we came up with the carpentry and the welding workshop.
Nimefaidika kujifunza beauty na hairdressing. Nilijoin, tulijuana na Fred last year September, hapo katikati alikuwa amekuja na Y254, alikuwa ameitwa na chief wa kwetu meeting, akakuja aka-invite wa mama akakuja wajifunze. Tukakuja tukiwa wengi kama 10, but wali left wote, nilimebaki peke yangu. Nilikuwa nimepanga kujifunza, nikasema hata wakiacha mimi sasa ni lazima ile emu yangu nitimize ile lengo yangu nilikuwa nayo. Nimejua kushuka, yani saa hii kama beauty naweza enda nipake mtu cutex, nimpake ina, nimshuke mwenyewe, nimejua kujirembesha.
Nilianza shule 2022 form 4, but sisi tuko watu wengi kwetu, tuko siblings wengi, so sikupata chance ya kuenda college. Nikakaa home 1.5 year. Ndio sasa nikapatana na Joseph, nikamwambia mimi ningetaka kusoma hata kama ni short course yenye nitaweza kusoma, yenye niko passionate nayo. So mi akuja akaniambia nimpe time, ndio akaniambia before nimpe time atafute mahali anaweza nipeleka shule. So mi nikangojea, ndio sasa akanileta hapa kwa KISEREM Foundation. Ndio nikakuja kujua courses zenye ziko. Ndio sasa nikakuja nikafanya welding. Kilinivutia kwa welding, niliona haina many ladies hawafanyi welding, inachukuliwa kama ni ya boy child, lakini mimi nikasema nitajikaza nifanye kazi.
My experience has been wonderful. You know, you get to interact with the different types of people who have maybe coming from different backgrounds, you know. I've had students who have epilepsy, but they're still passionate about gaining their computer skills. You know, it's always interesting to see how you can interact with them and how you can relate well with others. So I think it has really helped me grow to be even a better instructor and a better person working with the organization. There are some differences, you know, because right from the start, even when they are maybe in the lower primary schools, in high schools, you know, they always have a difficult time relating with others, maybe like talking to the teachers. So you will find that they might need more time to gain the same skills that the other people would get. But eventually they do. You know, you just have to be patient. That's what I've learned. First thing, you have to be compassionate, you know. You have to put yourself in the shoes of these people, this person that maybe you want to teach. So you know that maybe they might have a difficult time understanding or expressing themselves, or even they may even get seizures during the class. So you have to be compassionate, you have to be patient, and most of all, you have to be loving. And you will find that these people, they're usually like really good people. You know, you can learn a lot from them. They show you how to be yourself. You know, you don't be afraid of like what you like. You just pursue your dreams.
I've always been very passionate about community mental health care and destigmatization of mental illness. I graduated from university in July, and then I'd never been to Africa, so I really wanted to see Africa. I really wanted to see Kenya, and then I found out about Fred, found out about his foundation, and thought that kind of combines my passion for travel, my passion for community mental health, with kind of an incredible man doing incredible work. So I thought, you know, I'd come and do the best that I can, really.
Fred, the founder of KISEREM, is passionate about transforming the community through the many projects undertaken.
What inspired me to do this project is that I saw many people with epilepsy. When they were coming here, they were asking, Fred, what can I do? So after creating the awareness, and also after telling them epilepsy is this and this, I saw there is a need. There is a need of this person coming and getting a skill. And if they come to the beauty school and they learn, after 6 months, they can go outside and start plaiting people's hair. And then I was challenged by one of my mentors who said, Fred, I've never seen people with epilepsy having vocational training skills. Why can't you go the other side? So that's why we went the other route.
Even with a few challenges along the way, there are success stories to be told of.
I think the challenge number one is over expectations. The community sometimes see your office as a government office in terms of maybe MCA, or because they will come to your they will come and maybe say, Fred, I don't have this and this, and if you don't deliver, sometimes some even get angry with you. They get even very, very angry, and you are like, hey, I'm even trying to help where I can. So sometimes it's over expectations, and also other people also in the community, they can take advantage in terms of they know very well maybe they don't have a they are not very needy, and they will come and say, maybe I have a child who needs sponsorship, or maybe I want to come to learn in the beauty, and yet you can find very well he's not a needy person, or he's not a person living with disability. So some people, not everyone, some people also they take advantage of that. When someone comes to the college, and also when someone comes to the center, and they access medicine, or maybe we also do EEG clinics. We partner with Dr. Cecilia, who comes here, and sometimes we send our patients to her clinic. So it is fulfilling. It is like Maslow's theory of needs. I think the theory of needs, I think it's fulfilling to just even to help one person. You feel that at least you've changed the world in your own way. My motivation, number one, as a person living with epilepsy, if I see someone, in 2012, while I was diagnosed, I was having seizures every day. I was in a very bad state. So I see God has given me a second chance in life. So daily waking up and helping even the smallest person, or the smallest, it's a good motivation to me, and also it's a good thing of saying that tomorrow we can be better, and also tomorrow we can try to be better people. We've been able to take. We have a kid in high school. We have very many kids. We have a kid who will finish last year. He's called George. He's now in Mangu High School. He comes from a very humble background. We were able to take him to Mangu High School. We also took another one called Asha. He had 421. We took him also to high school. He's also in Mangu High School. That's also a good success story to us. The other success stories to us is that also in April we did a medical camp, and more than 500 people came. They were given medicines for free, and also they saw doctors for free. To us, that is also a very, very big success story, because we lack epilepsy services. It's very expensive. So if a doctor can come and stay like the whole day and see our patients, to us that's a very big success story. We've been able to educate more than 200 people in the beauty class. In the computer also, I think more than 200 people are educated in the computer. So I would say that many people are working outside, courtesy of our foundation. And the other success story is that also we've been able to give yearly more than 100 people are getting anti-epilepsy medicines. Our long-term goal, number one, is to build our resource center. Whereby our resource center will have carpentry, pastry, welding, all the vocational training skills will be in the vocational training center. The other thing that we want to do also, we also want to have our own clinic, whereby in our own center, we'll be able to hire our own doctors. Maybe if it is weekly, the doctor comes to the center, sees the patients, and also gives medicine. The other thing that we want to do, we also want to expand in Africa, not even in Kenya. We want to expand in Africa, see that epilepsy and epilepsy care gets a voice to be heard in the countries.
Fred and his team have partnered to serve those around them to create a better tomorrow.
The thing that most inspires me about Fred is that he doesn't see treatment as a single thing. So he doesn't see treating someone with epilepsy as taking them to a hospital and them getting medication. Of course, that's a component part, but what the foundation does is it views treatment very holistically. So treatment is also acceptance, treatment is also love, treatment is destigmatization. And I'd say that his drive to make that a reality. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. And I'm here to help as much as I can, but mostly I'm here to learn. And I'm here to see how everything goes on. And I think just, keep doing what you're doing because it's truly inspirational. And if not only Kenya, if the world had more people with that drive and that ability to turn an idea into reality.
First of all, I would just like to thank him so much because as we know, as we live the world today, the poverty line has really limited people's space, people's future. So maybe the lack of the fees to join the higher technical institute, so he's able to reach those who are not able to find the school fees to learn the courses, and now they are coming without the knowledge and the skills, and then when they leave, they are full with the skills and can do better. So I really thank him for that.
Mi ningependa tu angeweza tu pata more funds, no? Na apate, unaona kama saizi, unaona kama klasi yetu, unaona venye tuko wengi, klasi ni dogo, unaona ni dogo. Wamama ni wengi huko, wengine wako na needs but wanataka kusoma, but tunajipata hatuna hizo products, unaona, saa na hatuna hiyo facility kubwa. So mimi ningeomba Fred angepata facility kubwa yenye inaweza serve watu wa Mwihoko. Hiyo ndio ombi yangu, na apate funds mob, na ningeweza kumshukuru sana kwa hii jambo yenye anafanya juu si wengi. For real, hata si watu wengi. Hii ni wito kutoka kwa Mungu. So si kila mtu anaweza fanya kenye Fred ufanya. Juu anapatangwa na watu wa aina mingi na anaweza kuwa handle. So mimi naweza sema congrats na endelee tu na hiyo spirit. Na Mungu atakuja kumfungulia jina.
Mimi kwa girl child ningemwambia hakuna kazi ya tuseme ya girl child na ya boy child. Kazi zote ukifanya utapata pesa. Bora hulali njaa inakupatia pesa zenye inakimu mahitaji zako.
I'd like to just tell people, just do not discriminate, do not stigmatize. Just always deal with the facts and try to be compassionate. If you hear about something, just look into it. For example, epilepsy, it's just a condition. It's just a mental illness that can be treated. It can be managed. So you don't have to be like, oh, this guy has epilepsy, so you're stigmatizing him, you're shunning him away. You think maybe like it's a curse. So I would like to encourage the people to, have the facts, get the right information about the specific situations that people are in, and then you just, always just love everybody and treat everybody equally.
Even if you help one person at a day, eventually the tree will grow bigger. And the other thing I will say also to the world, to people living with epilepsy, sometimes living with epilepsy becomes a challenge with our medicines. You get stressed up, people get depressed. I will tell them not to give up, to continue taking medicines, to continue trusting in God, and also to continue working in our own ways to make our lovely country beautiful. I would like to give a shout out to my wife and family, my kids, and also my mom, and also my friends who've been helping me every day. May God bless you so much. They've really supported the foundation from day one. I'll also shout out to our workers in the foundation also. I give a shout out to them. Also to volunteers who partnered with us. They've really partnered with us. Even the media. Medha Kagoni is a big shout out. Flying Carpenters, Spirit in Action, Luana Foundation, Raw Foundation who helps us with medicines, and the National Epilepsy Coordination Committee, and also all the other partners. I really say thank you so much for helping us and for standing with us every day and making every day count. You can reach us at 0708 811 47. You can also reach us at KISEREM Epilepsy Foundation. That is our Facebook page and also our website. And also, I will say thank you so much to everyone who've been with us, and also to you and your team. Asanteni sana.